we have people that are incredibly gifted in soft skills, but a lot of their organizations don't really value that. Can you run this particular application on a computer? That's a hard skill. We value that.
The lack of ability of the school to translate what skills are going to be needed is just, it's unreal. It is unreal.
I've been to organizations where the HR person, the chief human capital person, they don't even go to the C-suite meetings. We don't need them here. Well, really, why not? Well, they don't really do anything with our industry. I'm going, okay, so you have her in here to keep you from going to jail. AI is not taking people's jobs, but people that use AI, they are taking people's jobs.
This is Ryan Leary, and we are live at Sherm Talent. I've got Art Jackson with me. Art, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you so much, sir. I'm doing great.
Good, good. Now, we have a presentation that you just did. Tell us what you did. What did you talk about?
All right. So the presentation is the new career code. So it's the idea of looking at people and trying to evaluate, trying to measure the right things for an individual, so that not only can we bring them into an initial position, but we can pivot them to other things later on. Okay. So that was it. And it was for about an hour, had a great time with everyone here. But it's some great information on how to really come up with, think of it as new measures for individuals coming in. You kind of look to me like a baseball kind of guy.
I am a baseball guy, yeah.
All right, so have you ever read the book or seen the movie Moneyball?
Of course,
All
of
right,
course.
so that's my main illustration.
Okay.
And with Moneyball, it's really not about baseball. It's really about a guy that comes up with a different strategy.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So you got this guy, Peter Bean. He's with the Oakland A's. He's the general manager, and they got to be the cheapest baseball team in the world. They don't win very many games, and one problem that they have is that if they pick up a superstar in his first year or first couple of years, other teams like the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox will come along and say, this guy's got a lot of talent. Let's go ahead and offer him money and hire him away.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Bean said at one time to his owner, you don't understand the challenge that I have. There's everybody. There's the people that can't pay anything.
Yeah.
There's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
And there's us underneath. Yeah.
Right. So then he's got to come up with some new way of going about it.
Right.
And he meets a kid, Peter, who has no baseball experience at all. Didn't play in high school, didn't play Sandlot or high school or college or anything. He's an analyst. He graduated from Yale in economics, of all things.
Right.
And he shows up and he says, you're buying the wrong thing. You're trying to buy superstars. You should be buying wins. And in order to buy wins, you got to buy hits. And the best way to do that is to look at the on-base percentage. So they started using that to hire in some guys that are, don't cost that much money.
No.
Possibly near the end of their career.
But they play the role.
Yes.
And they do it.
Yeah. Because as a matter of fact, he told one player, he said, I'm not paying you to get to second base.
Right.
I'm not paying you to get a home run. I'm paying you to get on first base. That's it. And when he got those players convinced that all I got to do is get on first base, they went on a 20-game winning streak.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about organizations, what we're really looking at is the idea of what is it that we really need to measure so that we can start moving people through our channel.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a personal story that's kind of close to that. So, came out of the United States Army, went to work for a defense contractor. They hired me in as a department manager for logistics engineering. I knew logistics. I had done it when I was in the military. It wasn't that difficult for me. And I went to Westport, and I hate to admit it, but my boss was from the Air Force Academy. So he shows up, and after I'd been there for a little over a year, he said, so here's the deal. You think your number 2 guy can take over this department and run it? Yeah, he's good. He's got some stuff to learn, but yeah, he could. And he goes, great. because I got a problem and I want you to solve it. What's the problem? He goes, I got 3 projects that are just losing money. We need to turn them around. And in order to do that, I need to put a new project manager in there, and I'm thinking about you. And I looked at him and said, well, that sounds good, but I've never been a project manager. And he said, you have, but you just don't know it. The things that the Army had you doing, that was really project management. I go, okay. And I said, yeah, but you got a lot of other things that I need to know in order to be a project manager. He goes, don't worry about it. Green notebook on the shelf. Take that home with you. Study as much as you can this weekend. You come back Monday morning, you're my new project manager.
And you knew the playbook.
So he gave me that. I didn't make it all the way through that notebook over the weekend, but I gave it a good try. I get back and I start doing that work.
Okay.
When I went back to him and asked him, why'd you pick on me to do this? He said, you're good with people. You can maintain focus. You know how to get other people to be accountable. You don't have any problem with confronting people when they're not performing. Those are the soft skills that we need for this job. He said, and hard skills are easy.
You can learn
to find, but soft skills, you either showed up with them or you didn't. And that's what he wanted. When I look at a lot of what goes on with human resources right now, we have people that are incredibly gifted in soft skills, but a lot of their organizations don't really value that. You know, can you run this particular application on a computer? That's a hard skill. We value that. Are you good when it comes to engineering or manufacturing skills? Hard skills. But somebody that can get people to do things that they don't really want to do,
they don't.
That's hard to find.
I feel like they value them. However, it takes a longer time for the outcome to happen or be realized. And it's like, okay, 6 months down the line, that's great. You got these 30 people to do this thing, but I needed that 30 days, in the first 30 days. Right. And it's I think it's a twisted way. It's probably not a great way to say it, but it's a really naive way to think of.
Well, I kind of look at it like this. I've got a granddaughter, 13 years old, which means she knows everything in the universe at this point.
Absolutely. I've got a couple.
So she looks at artificial intelligence and she hates it. Her phrase is, with AI, we're just cooked. My whole generation is just cooked. And I'm going, okay, you're only 13.
Sounds like my house.
Give me a break. You're cooked. But the challenge is to get her to see AI as a tool. Now, when you talk about AI, there are a lot of things that are either in the human resources environment, in a bunch of the engineering environments, a lot of the manufacturing environments that AI can take over. When it comes to being good with people and understanding skills and knowing how to do things, I'm not sure AI is going to be able to pick up those things. Can you really can AI look at an individual and go, I know what's going on the inside of this individual right now. Here's what I need to do. I had a client tell me one time, he said, with artificial intelligence, I'm going to end up losing my job sooner or later. I know. AI is not taking people's jobs, but people that use AI, they are taking people's jobs.
It's so my eldest is looking for, she's in the college search, not college hunt. Thank God she accepted and she's done, because that's an awful process. It's not fun. But the lack of, I want to say this nicely because I know this will be on the air.
Sure.
But the lack of ability of the school to translate what skills are going to be needed is just, it's unreal. It is unreal. And when you talk with them and you ask them questions, what are the skills? Because this is our industry, right? And when I'm any parents have questions, I do, sure. And I ask the question, what are the skills that you see, or that that you see the students are, need or are doing well with? And no one mentions critical thinking.
Right.
Nobody mentions any of that. It's, they need to be good at STEM and the sciences and the math. Great.
Yeah.
For the last 95 years. but they don't talk about anything else.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You're right on point. I was working for a company up in Boston, Massachusetts, and they got in touch with me. I was happy where I was. They got in touch with me and said, "We'd like you to come in for a discussion, not an
Okay.
interview, a discussion."
A
I'm going,
discussion.
all
Yeah.
right. So I go in and I'm sitting there, and this company, 90% of their grads are MIT grads.
Okay.
We talking about people that are scary
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
You know, by 26, they have already been selected for a doctoral program. I mean, they know stuff. And so I sat there, had about an hour and a half, 2 hour discussion with the guy that wanted to be my boss. And then
Mhm.
I'm going, okay, I've got a degree in engineering, but
Mhm.
not like they have.
Right.
What do you want with me? And he goes, hang on a minute. So he brings in one of his guys and goes, Art, this is Dave. Dave,
Mhm.
how you doing? I said, Dave, tell Art what you're working on. And he started talking. And he went on for about 10, 12 minutes. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, oh Lord. I mean,
What
very,
the
very
hell?
technical. He didn't start at the top and let's drill down.
No.
He started someplace in the middle,
They need it.
and he was up and
They
down
needed
and cross
you
and
to be
back.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he gets finished and I said, I appreciate your time. And he went out and I looked at the guy that wanted to be my boss. I'm going,
Yes, I'm on.
obviously he knows a whole lot of stuff. What are you having him do? He goes, well, a lot of times he goes to the Pentagon to explain. And I'm going, does he? I mean, do they know what he's talking about? And he goes,
no, they don't
no, they have
know.
no idea what he's talking about. And I'm going, okay, great. I can help with that. What else?
Yeah.
And he said, that guy can't stay on point.
Mhm.
What do you mean stay on point? He goes, he can be reading through a reference book
Mhm.
on something we're paying him to do. He can get caught on one little footnote and go down a rabbit hole. And if you don't find out he's headed down that rabbit hole, he's gone. He could
15
be,
minutes later.
yeah, he could be, no, not 15 minutes later, days later. This guy has been drilling down and drilling down and drilling down. He goes, so I need somebody to keep him on point all the time. And I go, yeah, I can do that. He goes, can you do that with 12 of them? And I'm going, okay.
How much are you paying?
How
them?
much money are you talking about? So it's that kind of thing. And a lot of that, being able to hold people accountable, being able to keep them on point, keep them on purpose,
Yeah.
is just difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you can teach some people and you can bring it out in them,
Sure.
but not everybody.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, especially about SHRM, all HR professionals. So their bread and butter is dealing with people, human resources.
Mhm.
A lot of those managers that they try to help out,
Yeah.
they don't have those skills. They don't have the ability.
Right.
I've been to organizations where the HR person, the CHICO, the chief human capital person, they don't even go to the C-suite meetings. We don't need them here. Well,
Yeah.
really, why not? Well, they don't really
That
do
blows my
anything
mind.
with our industry. I'm going, okay, so you have her in here to keep you from going to jail. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, basically. I'm going, do you know how much more they could do to help you?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that kind of thing.
Unfortunately, that still reigns true
Yeah.
in a lot of organizations.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Art, where can people find more information about you and the topic you were talking about?
All right. If you go to artjackson.com,
Okay.
all right, so that's my website. It's got all of my contact information. There's some additional presentations on there if you'd like to take a look at those. If you go to that, you can pull out information, get in touch with me. If you'd like to see the slide deck, I'll send that to you so you can go through that and have a good time with it and have at it. Just get in touch with me.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much
It's been a
for
pleasure.
giving us a few minutes of your time.
All right, sir.